Are you gonna monitor chats?
I'm going to try. Going to try.
Okay.
Taylor, go ahead and talk for me real quick.
Test, test, test.
There's a YouTube delay I'm waiting for. Okay, you're coming through. Good. Pause that, and let's go post a minute, then we'll get started, folks. It's going to be a great stream today. We're going to enjoy this.
Let me know when you've put it up there, Michael, and
Okay, it is now on Mastodon.
let me go ahead and
I'm going to go boost it.
let me go boost it real quick. Boost.
Okay. We start recording to the computer.
I'm posting on Facebook real quick.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Sounds
I'll
good.
do it to my. Wait, maybe not.
I'm
having trouble. Nope. I have to relog in. I don't feel like doing that right now.
I was looking for something, and I'm not finding what I was looking for. Oh, yeah, the Zoom window. That's what I was looking for.
I'm posting on LinkedIn, though. Okay. There we go. At least it is another platform.
Recording in progress. Okay.
It's rough.
Ready to record a podcast?
Why not?
All right. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and YouTube. Well, everybody and YouTube. Oh, that's interesting.
How?
Welcome to another iACast episode. All right, I'm Michael Doise, and yet again, I'm here with Taylor Arndt. Feels like we just did this yesterday, Taylor.
Yeah, I really think we did. I mean, gosh, today's been a crazy day. It has been nonstop and crazy action. You, Michael, maybe you should use that and YouTube thing in your next podcast greeting because you always, want to change it up.
Yes, that was a new accidental one. So we'll go with that. So today was a very amazing event, and pretty exciting stuff was announced, I think. Wouldn't you say? I mean, okay, so yesterday we did our podcast called It's Pre-Glow Time. Today it's Post-Glow Time. And
Yep.
Apple had an event called It's Glow Time.
It did. I couldn't find my mute button, so that was fun. Anyways.
And Apple, do you know why it's called Glow Time, Taylor?
Is it because the colors?
It's the colors of when you activate the new Siri, it glows. The rim of your phone glows.
Oh, well, interesting.
So that's why it's glow time because it uses a very similar animation. And they really did bring out the glow today. I'm pretty excited about this event. And
Oh, me too.
so Taylor, why were you excited? Just as a we'll go into all the details soon, but why were you excited?
Well, y'all know my first thing, AI. A lot of AI today. There's also a new feature called visual intelligence, where basically you could take a picture of something and it will tell you what it is. Like, for example, a restaurant menu, right? It could tell you, all the different things about that, or even like, let's say you have, I don't know, something you bought. I think they used a bike in the demo, right? But you're like, ooh, I want to see what this is. You could take a picture of it, and then it would search the Google, really? Search Google to find a suitable bike or item that you could buy that's the exact same thing. So a lot of different AI happening, and I love this, and a lot of it's actually on your device. Of course, there's other things too. Mainly with like camera stuff. And now I want to talk about this for just a second, Michael. I don't want to go on a huge tangent, but I've been seeing people in mass and be like, oh, well, the camera stuff's not very important to blind people. And sometimes it is. But the other thing that people have to realize is that a better camera means better scanning in OCR, optical character recognition for those who may not know. And that helps us to be able to recognize things better and maybe make the AI better if the cameras are better. So I just want to put that PSA out there, folks.
Yeah, so I guess to start us off, watches.
Yes.
What? So we got really we only got one new watch this time, right? We got the 10 in two different sizes,
Yep.
but we didn't get an Ultra.
Oh,
We didn't
see,
get an Ultra
that's
3.
that's interesting because like I don't know if the sources were incorrect on articles that I've read, but it basically said we got an Ultra 3. So that's very interesting, folks.
No, we did
Um
not get an Ultra 3. We got an Ultra 2 with a new
oh.
color.
Oh, so that might be confusing for some.
Yeah. So it's the same watch as last year, but with a new black, I think they're calling it like a satin color finish. So that's all we got. That's
Why
all
would they
they
only do that? Why
because
wouldn't
it's a
they
sports
actually
watch.
add
It
new
lasts a
features?
little longer, it does a bit more than the other watches do. But I think the Apple Watch 10 looks really nice and it will do all the same features as before. We did not get word on the blood oxygen sensor, what's going to happen with
Nope.
that. But we did find out that it does have sleep apnea detection with sensors, right?
That is correct.
There are new bands that you can look up and things like that. But new screens with new brightness.
30% more than previous
Yeah.
models with OLED.
Yeah, and they look great. Very nice looking screens.
And always on display with a 1 second refresh rate, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and that's been the case on other watches, but I think they're brighter. And
Okay,
now
yeah.
the interesting thing is the 10 does have an 18-hour battery life that they claim. Um, I I want I think I want a 10. The problem is I'm so used to my Ultra's 36 hours of battery life. I'm gonna miss that.
Well, I mean, let's break that down a little bit though, because like I hate like sitting and charging stuff. Like it's just annoying. Is a 10 worth it enough to do that? Because like you're going from 18 to 36, that's a half life, and that 18 is not even a full complain bleh, confirmed number. So
Yeah.
I don't know that I would even do that if I were you. I understand you want the new features, but is sacrificing battery life that worth it?
Well, and but that's the question. The funny thing is, I typically charge my watch every day if it can last that 24 hours, which my Series 7 used to do. then that's fine. And you could just put it on the charger for 30 minutes and you get 80% battery. So I'm wondering if that's going to be enough for me, you know?
I don't know, Michael, knowing you, I don't know that it will be. Just being honest, like I don't,
Yeah,
yeah,
but I want one of the cool features is the fact that the new watches will play audio out of the speaker in the music app and do a few things like that.
I
We don't
know.
know if that's backwards ported on the new on the Ultra 2. The sleep apnea stuff is on the Ultra 2 and the 9.
You wouldn't just get an Ultra 2, would you? Would that be a bad idea?
No, I don't know that I would. I have an Ultra 1 and I like my Ultra 1, but it's I don't know. It's getting older, and there's starting to be some things that the Ultra 2 can do that, and the Watch 10 can definitely do that mine cannot do. So I think that I'm probably going to be upgrading.
I just don't know that a 10 is going to be enough for your battery life. That's my only concern
And
for
I don't
you.
know. I don't do a lot of work with my watch. I do a lot of workouts and fitness stuff mainly and notifications, so it might. But it just depends. So, I mean, if I don't like it, I could always send it back, you know?
Yep, and get an Ultra or get something else.
Yep. So, anything, I mean, I know that they have new watch faces, new watch bands. There's the new Hermes Apple Watch Ultra bands. Um, did I miss anything that you mentioned in your article?
I don't think so. I don't really have it open right now because I don't want voiceover to come through the podcast. I'm just kind of doing everything from memory.
So we know that it has additional, the charging stuff that we mentioned, new screens, new rounded edges to make the screens bigger. And this is 10 years of Apple Watch, folks. It's pretty exciting.
Yes, it is 10 years of Apple Watch. So, yeah, very interesting. I mean, Apple Watches last a long time because remember when we were doing some stuff on Discord or Zoom, one of our friends has Series 2 and it just gave out. So it was like 8 years.
I think it's still running. It's just running very slow.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it can last a long
Yes,
time,
it
is what I'm
can.
trying to say.
Apple Watches can last a very long time. So,
I don't think I have anything else, so Michael.
yeah, I mean, the watches are cool. They start at $399, I think. And they
399.
go, the watch I want is $699, and the Ultra 2 is still $799.
Gosh, but
So, the
never mind.
Ultra 2 does not have um, the depth. The Watch 2 does not have. Let me start that. The Ultra 2 has the action button, whereas the other watches do not.
But you want that though, don't you?
Believe it or not, and it also has the advanced compass and GPS and all that stuff that is in the Ultra 2. Believe it or not, I have not used any of that stuff.
Well, then yeah, go to a 10. I
Hmm.
mean, the simpler, the cheaper, the better. Now, there's not a new SE watch this year, is there?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. But there's also, didn't they upgrade from stainless steel to grade 5 titanium?
Yeah, there is titanium, polished titanium, they say, on the new Apple Watch Series 10s. So I don't know. We didn't look to see if they have titanium and stainless steel.
Yeah,
I
I'd have to
imagine that
look.
they do because they have like 10 different colors. So, um, yeah, there's still a lot to unpack from this. So let's move on to AirPods. Now, Taylor, with your situation with your ears, did any of this interest you at all?
Maybe a little bit. Just because, like, I love aftershocks. But again, you know, I don't know. Like, mm, it's kind of hard just because, like, I don't know if they'll fit and I don't want the same thing that happened that, earlier. So I don't know. It's going to be kind of a maybe situation. Time will tell.
So they came out with AirPods 4, and the AirPods 4 with advanced noise cancellation. They start at 129, I believe, and 179 is the more expensive. I picked up the ANC versions, the
Which
in
is it the 79? 179?
179. Yeah, it's I guess advanced noise cancellation. I think that's what the A stands for.
Yeah, I was like, what's ANC? Yeah. So you picked those up already? Were they already in pre-order?
Yes, they're already up for pre-order. So are the watches, and they'll be out on the 20th.
Were the AirPods? It seems like they were cheaply priced or moderately priced. Is that right? Because that's what I wrote.
Well, they're moderately priced. I mean, there's two levels of those. I'm really excited about the ANC because they also have transparency and with an open ear design, no ear tips. That's kind of exciting to me.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, how are they going to fit all those different kinds of like small ear, bigger ears? I know they did the ML where they took a bunch of samples and things, but time will tell, folks. But I did not like ear tips because they fall off and they, roll over.
Well, and these can still fall out of your ear. These are more like the ear pods,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
which there was a rumor that they'd be no longer selling those, and they still are. So I'm
That's
happy
good
to
because
see
I
that.
I know a couple of my friends would, purchase like a whole bunch of them at once. Make
Yep.
sure they'd have those because they're pretty valuable. Me personally, I'm not really a fan.
So we have the AirPods Pro, 4 and the 4 with ANC. We also got updates to the AirPods Pro, and that's kind of exciting because they added a bunch of hearing features
They did.
with a hearing test. That's really cool. A clinical hearing test, and a few other hearing features. But I think the coolest thing that they added was the hearing aid features that's coming out later this year that will make the AirPods into a hearing aid.
So, does that mean the hearing aid business has been basically disrupted?
Pretty much, because the neat thing about these is they're headphones. So instead of it looking weird to have a hearing aid in your ear, they're more accepted because, like, oh, well, everybody's wearing headphones, so I could just wear my AirPods. And your hearing aid profiles on your AirPods Pro 2
Go into your health app.
will go in. No, what will happen is you could use those for audio on your phone. So they can enhance the audio on your phone based on your hearing aid profile. That
Sorry,
I think
Mike.
is
Oh, sorry.
one of the coolest features.
Yes, and the clinical health ear test will go into your health app. So that's what
Yes,
I was
that will.
thinking.
Yep.
Yep. I like that. And I also like the noise isolation. See, some of these things, I don't know. Like, I'm just so torn because remember, Michael, that feature where that the people are in a noisy environment and it got rid of all that noise?
Yes.
That's
And
not on
and they've
the,
been doing some of that already, but
that's only on the pros, right?
yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Because the pros, I can't deal with
I'm
it too
pretty sure
much.
it's only on the pros.
I'll have to look. I'll go look and I'll give you guys more information once I figure that out.
Yeah, there's still a lot of information to unpack from this. And then we got the AirPods Max update that we've been waiting for forever.
Yeah.
And it looks like the only thing they did was USB-C. But we
Well,
don't know. If we even really looked on Apple's website and we can't find it.
I
We
don't
can't
feel like
find
they're
any
prioritized.
information.
I know. I don't feel like they're prioritized as much as they used to be. Man, I don't like AirPods Max. The only reason I don't like them is because they were not reliable at all. I had to send them into repair for like 2 or 3 times. And then finally, I'm just like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Because they just kept rebooting themselves and things like that.
Yep. So the next thing, and the AirPods Max are still $450.
450?
550.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
550.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, that's cheap.
Maybe that was me wishing.
Yeah, wishful thinking, Michael.
Yeah, I wish.
I
That
know.
would make it very nice.
For that price, you could probably get, Beats, but not AirPods Max.
Right. So, I mean, and they're good headphones, guys. I probably will buy another pair eventually. Eventually.
Yeah, would not be on my priority list. I mean, I might give them another try, especially because they're USB-C. I'm trying to get rid of Lightning, and frankly, yeah, I don't like Lightning. I've
Yeah,
got
my
tons of
goal is to get
USB-C
rid of
cables.
everything Lightning.
Me too.
Okay, so uh, iPhones. This is really where I think a lot of people are going to be excited. I'm excited.
Me too.
So we got new iPhones with several different colors. And two things I want to go back to. Apple Watch. The new watches have translation from one language to another built in now on the new models. So that's important to note. And um, the AirPods now have where you could shake your head yes or no to answer or end calls.
Very important.
And
The
they
yeah,
this is on the AirPods 4.
got
I
it.
think the
Okay,
Pros already have this,
they
which might
do.
be why I've answered and hung up on calls without knowing,
Good
with my AirPods Pro.
job,
Because I wear
Mike.
those all the time and didn't know that that feature was even there.
Well, do they just do automatic firmware updates, or how does that work?
Yeah, they do. They do. So then we have the phones. We have the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus, Pro and Pro Max. The 16 has a new A18 chip in it, and I'm really happy to see, guys, that Apple is back on the track of it's not using the A17 Pro last year and then the Pro is using the A18. They're back on the A18 is uh, in the uh, in the regular phones, and the A18 Pro is in the Pro and Pro Max phones. And the iPhone 16 has some very cool colors like teal, aquamarine, and I think there's a white, a black,
Yep.
yeah, I think those are the
Jet
colors.
jet black?
Jet
I don't
black.
know. Yeah.
Um, was jet black on the watch? I think that was on the watch.
Oh, I thought there's both. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have my notes in front of me.
And then the camera bump on this phone is only two cameras, but it looks like the iPhone 10's camera bump. I really like it. It looks really cool. I like smaller camera bumps.
So they're kind of going back to the iPhone 10 days, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I like the this one has the action button just like the 15 Pros did, and it now has a better ceramic shield screen and other things like that. And it also has a new button called camera control. We'll get into camera control in just a bit. It has USB-C charging with USB 2, which is still perplexing why they're using 2 and not 3 on all their phones. Um,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, the blue colors are very nice on these phones, I will say. They have ray tracing. They have a lot of features on the baseline phones at $799 that are pretty nice for a phone.
Man, for a while in that Apple event, I'm like, oh, am I gonna have to upgrade to a Pro this year? Pro, I was like, hmm. But then, of course, the LiDAR. The LiDAR thing is kind of difficult because, like, I don't know. Like, the LiDAR is important, but who knows? What are your thoughts, Michael? Or do you have anything else to say?
Well, on those phones, that's about it. But I almost was convinced on the 16 lineup because it has so many great features and it's
Me
cheaper.
too. That's what I was gonna say. I almost was like, I could just spend, a lot less money, but I'm like, oh crap.
But the pros, so the pros are very different this year. They do not have a blue phone. They have like a slate. It's like a black. They have a
Natural something or other.
natural titanium. They have a white, which is the color that Michael is going to go for, and they have a desert color. That's kind of like a gold sand kind of color. Not a fan personally,
I
but
haven't
if
I haven't been able to see it, so I'd have to like go in
mm-hmm.
store and look at it.
But I like, and I don't think, guys, we're gonna see a big. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think we're gonna see as big of a pre-order season this year because much of the features, like all the AI stuff they're talking about, Apple Intelligence and everything, is not coming till October.
See, that's part my dilemma is of course my charging port is out. So, I feel like I have to wireless charge, which isn't a huge deal except when I'm developing. But it's like, man, do I wait till October to upgrade or I don't know. Like what are your thoughts, Michael?
Yeah, I think, uh, I think it's worth it. Like, well, I try to upgrade as soon as I can because the iPhone is so powerful. You can do so much with it. It's like your main computer when you're not at your computer, right?
Yep, I
So
agree.
I'm a huge iPhone fan, and I'm going to be very curious what these studio mics will allow us to do, especially on like VoIP apps like Discord or others. And they showed off a feature at the event where somebody could play a track out the speakers, and voice memos would allow them to record their voice over it, and they can lay the two tracks on each other, and it would sound natural. That is kind of amazing stuff.
Yeah, so I'm sure for the ACB karaoke, when people have to do their tracks every week, I'm sure they will love that feature.
Yeah. And then they talked about doing like spatial video, where you would have the spatial audio in the video. So that's binaural audio.
Really?
And yes,
Wow. So you don't need those ambios.
so a lot of things that we've wanted in an iPhone we can do now with audio.
That is really, really amazing. And I really like that they focused a lot on audio and cameras. It wasn't just camera, camera, camera. Again, I wouldn't mind that because that would help make our OCR better. But it's always great when they focus on the audio and other sides as well.
Yeah, and they did talk about 4K 120 hertz recording, which is absolutely crazy for video recording. So I'm very excited about that. And I mean, so much better for Apple Intelligence. I think every phone this year is getting Apple Intelligence, which is incredible.
And that is my favorite feature. I just upgraded my Mac to the beta because my current phone I can't do Apple Intelligence, but hopefully, so far my Mac hasn't decided. Oh, we're gonna just upgrade to the new beta, so that's good because it would have just shut down. And that would not have been good for podcasting. But man, I'm excited to play with Apple Intelligence. This is my first time playing with it.
Yep, I've
I'll
mainly
probably write an
used
article about it as well.
summaries and writing tools are what I've used mainly. But yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Yes, and you can audio record notes, and then it will transcribe it and make summaries out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a game changer for me.
A lot of great features. So the Pro models, they start at $999. They go up to $1199 for the bigger model, the Pro Max. The lineup is 6.1 and 6.7 inch for the 16 and 16 plus, 6.3 and 6.9 inches for the Pro and Pro Max.
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad you remembered those numbers, Mike, because I had them reversed.
Then the Pro Max is slated for a 33-hour battery life.
Wow. It's almost 3 days.
No, not
Wait,
quite. That's a
never
day and a
mind.
half.
I don't know how to math.
And then we have the action button just as normal, but we also have the camera control button, which will let us do visual intelligence, which will let you point at something, hold the button down, and get more information about what you're looking at. I'm very excited about this. I think this is going to on-device kind of challenge what the Meta Ray-Bans do, but I mean the Ray-Bans will still have a place because they're on your face. They're glasses, right? So more options is better, right? More options is
Yes.
always better, and we're going to have so much choice. It's going to be incredible, and you'll be able to have apps So, Ira or Be My Eyes can tap into that with their AI.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Does that mean like Techopolis, my app can tap into it?
absolutely.
That is amazing. I did not know that I could tap into that as a developer.
Yep. They said that during the
Well,
event. So,
well, it looks like my prospective AI vision is going to be on hold for now until I can get a 16 and make it better.
yeah, in a few weeks. So, a lot of new features, lot of, great changes coming to these lines. Again, I'm getting the white, probably 512. 512 is done me great on a phone. Um, you can take those spatial videos. You can even take spatial videos on the 16. That's why I was first like, do I need a Pro? But with all the studio mics and recording and all that kind of stuff, oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. It's like a little mini recording studio in your pocket. But if you think about it, we have Zoom devices that can do that, like the Zoom H4e and all those that we just bought. We're starting to get that kind of stuff in our phones, where you can like move subjects around in audio. And I think that that's where we're going with this AI stuff. So I think it's going to be just incredible to see what happens, right?
Stay tuned.
So Taylor, what was your takeaways from the event? What really got you excited?
Visual intelligence by a long shot.
Can you explain why?
Because if I can be able to, well, for one, tap into it as a developer and make my app even better than it currently is, probably have to rewrite it, but that's a whole other story. Um, the fact that I could just hit a button and be able to get information about things around me is incredible. I mean, yes, I'm on Meta Ray-Bans, but combining the two, like combining my Meta Ray-Bans and the phone, like for more precise uh finding, is absolutely a game changer.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, is there a device that has you more interested? Watch, AirPods, or phones?
Phone by a long shot.
And what phone are you going to get? Do you
16
think?
Pro.
What color?
I am not decided.
Okay. Well, awesome. I think that that's kind of the highlights of everything today. Um, they went over all the software and things like that that you'll find on these new phones. iOS 18 drops next Monday, so does Mac OS and iPad OS and Vision OS and all the things.
So
So
stay
it's all
tuned.
pretty exciting.
I'm sorry. So stay tuned for more IA coverage of all those.
Yeah, we'll come out with more coverage on these things, and other blindness podcasts have done a really good job showcasing this stuff. So, um, iAccessibility has some really exciting news to present to everybody, and we're going to use this podcast as our way to do that. The website is officially online and launched. iAccessibility.net is completely usable and online. We have our forums up at iAccessibility.net. You can click forums or go to forums.iAccessibility.net. Sign in first to the iAccessibility webpage, and then you could go to the forums and go talk. Great conversations happening there, and you can even add it to your home screen and get push notifications. I just removed it from my home screen today and added it again. You'll see IA forums right on your home screen. So it's really exciting to see that. And then our website is up with all of our podcast episodes there. iACast.net goes to iAccessibility.net. You can still use our links like iAccessibility.net/listen and iACast.net/listen for iACast radio. You'll find us on YouTube, all of our social media channels, but also we have our app directory. It is online. You can search through it. You can submit apps. You can even submit blog posts. And soon we'll even have the ability to submit resources. iAccessibility wants to be your one-stop place to find all the resources and discussions you want to have with other users using the same things. And the cool thing is we have a we cater to low vision as well. So we try to add graphics and of course alt text and make this website be very useful for everybody, whether you're totally blind, legally blind, sighted, anything. If you want to find what's accessible and what's not, what's usable, what's not, and ways to use things on the iPhone or iPad or Mac or Vision OS or TV OS or Windows or even Android. We want to be your place where you go for that. So we're very excited to have been launched. Taylor also has a chat bot that you can use on the website. So check that out. We have so many great things and a surprise. We have a contest that we want to tell you about here on the podcast first. And it's very exciting. The rules will be posted at the main page of the information about the contest will be posted very soon at iAccessibility.net. The rules will be linked, and this is all provided by the wonderful folks over at Comtech USA. So if you have not checked out their services, check out comtechusa.net. And the contest will be ran in partnership with iAccessibility and Comtech USA. They are fantastic over there. Highly recommend you check out their services. But we, for you using iAccessibility.net to be your definitive resource, Comtech USA will be giving away one Orbit Speak. And that will be from the start of the contest, 90 days, and the rules of how to be eligible will be posted at both Comtech USA's website and at the iAccessibility website pointing back to Comtech USA. So once this is posted, that will be live on the website, so you'll be able to find that at both of our places, and it's going to be very exciting. So if you are part of the iAccessibility community, or if you want to become part of the community, sign up, look at the rules, and then join us, submit content based on the rules that we have listed, and it's going to be a really cool opportunity to win something big. And we're going to have more contests as time goes on. Different companies will donate, and we will have different things on the website. But we're launching this website, and we're so glad that Comtech USA is there with us as we get things started.
Absolutely. Couldn't be more thankful.
Yep. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I think we've covered the basics of everything. If you want to learn more, go watch the Apple event. It was very informative and very good. It was one of my favorite Apple events. Wouldn't you say, Taylor?
Yeah, Michael, actually, one more thing that we forgot to mention. So, at the beginning of the event, did you notice that there's a lot of accessibility focus? Like they had all these different people with disabilities doing different things, and it was a lot of representation. So that's really good. I know
Yes.
Apple's been doing this in the past, but it's always great to see a company that does the representation. And of course, you can't forget about the audio description.
Yes.
Awesome as well.
And that was even on the Safari webpage for the Apple event, not just in the TV app, but in the webpage. So, well done, Apple! Great event. You guys are, why I love your events are one of the reasons why I love your products. Yeah, and there's so many things I could say, towards all of that. So, I just want to. We've helped build Apple. Apple has helped build us, and I think that we need to recognize, they have done a lot for our community, and we've done a lot for them. So let's keep on keeping on and really bring out the most of what we can do with our lives with our products that we buy from Apple. And we have wonderful folks like Gabe and Comtech USA to train everybody on all of that. So It's really exciting. We're entering a new. It's funny. We've been talking about eras a lot, and iAccessibility is in a new era, and Apple just said this is a new era for iPhone. So let's bring it. Let's
Let's bring
go and change the world with all this stuff and provide a resource, conversations, and all of those wonderful things that we need as users that use the iPhone accessibly.
Michael, one more thing. Remember, the iAccessibility report is now in podcast form?
Yes, we do have a podcast for the iAccessibility report. So if you like to listen to your articles, like say you don't want to have to read them, you want more of a human voice to read them, we have that. Subscribe to the iAccessibility report podcast in your favorite podcatcher. We also have them on the website that are in audio and text. So those all come out to the website feed. So check all of that out. And but wait, there's more. We have a new iAccessibility app update coming out as well that will let you search the app directory and will be a little cleaner of an interface. So all of that is very exciting. A lot of things coming up and changing for iAccessibility and our community. We have the WhatsApp, the Discord. Just head to the website. You'll find ways to join all of those. And we can't wait to see you there.
And if you ever have any feedback, don't be afraid to let us know because we want to keep improving and
Mm-hmm.
iterating on what we have so that we can serve as many users as possible.
Yep. Taylor, how do people find you online?
Well, they can find me on iAccessibility. I'm producing a ton of articles. Let's see, this is like the second article I've written today. I don't even know. But basically, they can find me on iAccessibility. You can find me on Mastodon at Tayarnt, TayArndt, at Techopolis, TECH, oh my gosh, TECOPOLIS.social. And I keep messing that up.
Yeah, you missed the
And
H again.
you
It's
can also find me
TECHOPOLIS for people that are
yep,
wondering.
I always miss that H. Okay. You can also find me on Facebook at Taylor Arndt. You can find me on X at Tay Arndt. And you could just also search the web and you will probably be able to contact me, or you could always give feedback to iAccessibility and get passed on to me.
And you can even find her in ChatGPT. It knows who she is.
Oh yes, it does, and the AI model. So if you ask who's Taylor Arndt, you'll be able to, it'll ask you who I am.
Mm-hmm. I think we even asked the new Siri, and it was able to tell us who
No
you
way,
were.
I didn't hear this.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
When was this?
In beta 1 of like iOS 18.1.
Well, either way, y'all will be able to find me
Yeah, you'll
somehow.
be able to find Taylor. All right. To find me online, I'm Michael Dowies on all the places. Mike Dowies at techopolis.social. I can be reached at mikedowies at icloud.com. You can find me all over the internet, and you can go to our website at iaccessibility.net. And again, for the contest, thank you, Comtech USA. You can find them at COMMTECHUSA.net. And I want to thank everybody for being here and listening to the podcast on YouTube and in the podcast catcher of your choice. And thank you so much. And we'll see you all on a very near future episode of the iACast. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.